what ran through my mind was shock that I was diagnosed with bladder cancer. I didn't know what to think or do at the time. I went home and talked to my significant other, and she basically told me that everything was going to be okay. At the time, I was working with a doctor, and he gave me the option of having the bag. And I wasn't sure about that because I was still kind of young and active. And I basically asked for a second opinion. I chose a Neobladder because I was younger, active, I have kids, and it just, all around, it's a better lifestyle. You don't have the self-conscious feeling of having a bag on you, and it gives you a better quality of life. You void normally, like a normal person would use the bathroom, except in my case, I just use my stomach muscles to push, and then that pushes on the bladder and it releases the urine. The surgery actually, for myself, it went smooth. I had no complications. They had me up in one day. The day after the surgery, I couldn't believe I was up and moving around, but I was. The recovery process was, I'd had a nice big incision on my stomach, staples and catheters and physical therapy, and so it was a process, but it actually went pretty well. So better than what I thought. Right after my surgery, I had the cath, I think, for 30 days. And as a person never having the cath, it was a heck of an experience. And I didn't think I could do it myself. They actually trained me to be able to cath myself, and I did it with no problems. The hardest part of cathing is getting over the fear of being a man and having to stick something in your private parts. But if you can get over that part, then you're able to do it. So, and if you want to get well and you don't want to continue to go to the doctors and have them doing it, you will learn the process, and which I did. In the beginning, it used to leak often. When I would sleep, I had no control of the Kegel muscle, or I hadn't learned how to control it yet. So I used to use, again, the pads that were designed for men, and I also used a hospital pad that would stop any leakage from going to my mattress or my sheets. I made a little song about it. It went like, Neobladder, Neobladder, why do you leak? So, and I did that just to kind of comfort myself. When you're not used to leaking, then it's psychologically messed up, so I say. And that song kind of just helped me get over it. So, and I used to sing that to myself, and it helped. I had to retrain what they call a Kegel muscle, and it came pretty natural. So the process probably took, I'd say, probably about 3 months. Right now, I can go 4 hours without any leakage, normal. And within the 4 hours, I could void and then continue on for another 4. Anything over 4 hours would begin to leak. I would feel a pressure, and so I don't leak at all, and the pressure actually wakes me up. So I'd say if I went to bed at 10 o'clock, by 2 in the morning, I'd begin to feel a pressure, which would wake me up, and then I would void normally. It has not affected my sex life at all, or my intimacy at all. Actually, since the surgery, it has improved it. Now that I have the Neobladder, actually life is going back to normal. I do everything that I was able to do before. I'm active with my kids. I have a 13-year-old son, and he's an active boy, and I'm able to play ball with him, and I just don't have the self-conscious feeling that I would have if I had the bag. Like if we want to go to the pool and go swimming, for an example, I have confidence. The hardest part about finding out that I had cancer was self-pity. And that's one of the biggest things that you have to get over, is feeling sorry for yourself. And I was able to do that by focusing on my kids and wanting to live. And I kept an upbeat, positive attitude, and which I still carry today. And it gets me through. And honestly, there's times when I don't even feel like I'm sick at all. So if I didn't have a doctor's appointment or something like that, or have to take medication, I wouldn't even know that I was sick, period. So which is a good thing. And that same for my kids. I don't act sick, and I don't talk about it a lot, or again have self-pity for myself. So I believe that they kind of forget too. And so things go on as normal. And I was able to overcome.